Humans, we are here live and I am doing Capricorn. All right, let's find out what Sag season has in store for our Cappies. All right, Capricorn, let's find out what Sag season has in store for you. You guys aren't aware, but I started this video and had to end this video, so we're here doing it again. Okay, Justice, the end of a cycle, the balancing of karma. Some of you guys ended a karmic cycle, though I do think that you ended this karmic cycle last November, and you're currently experiencing the relief of that. You know, I think that it's interesting that there's certain things that live with you for such a long period of time that you think that they'll never end, like they'll never go away, like you won't stop thinking about that person or the situation, or and Source says it no longer echoes, like you don't think about that person and now or the situation, but now you'll catch yourself like thinking about it all of a sudden and going, oh wow, that doesn't like affect me anymore. That doesn't afflict me anymore. I don't even think of that situation. It feels like a different lifetime ago. And Source says that isn't the case for all of you, but if you are in the midst of like releasing something or letting go of something, Source wants you to know that that is how you're going to feel a year from the experience in which you had the experience. So some of you guys are already on the other side of it, and some of you guys need to know that you will get on the other side of it within an 11-month period of time. For some of you guys, Source is telling me you're really uncomfortable about having to reimagine your life elsewhere, reimagine or rebuild your life somewhere else. And others of you are already in that some other place, that other chapter in your life, and you're just like, how did I not even know that this was the possibility of finally stepping into this dream world? Source is telling me some of you guys are literally walking into your manifestations and you forget that it took letting go of something to get here. So some of you guys are in the chapter of letting go of something so that you can get to the other side of it, and others of you are on the other side of it and just can't believe how much better it is than you could have ever imagined. So, you know, put yourself in whatever part of the story that you're in, but Source says if you are right now in the transition, know that you will get into a situation that is just beyond what you imagined it to be, that you are manifesting the next dream because you've manifested the dream that you were already in. So just know that, you know, whatever transition you're in is going to balance itself out. For some of you guys, you're not aware that everything you think of, you manifest. So be aware of weeding out what you know, like Source is saying, no manifesting can be achieved from focusing on the things that you don't have. Focus on the things that you're ready to experience. Let go of the things that you are consistently imagining they're obstacles, because they're there so that you get uncomfortable enough to step into the next so that you step into the next chapter. Here is the Fool. Next chapter is a story that you put into existence before you even have lived this lifetime. Source is telling me the book that you're currently in, because some of you guys are still in the book. I'm going to tell you right now. Some of you guys are still in a book that is fully written, and you are going to a story that you wondered if you ever would write, and Source is like, it's time to pick up the pen and write a new story, a new vision for yourself. Now with everything that you've experienced, look at the Fool and the Ace of Wands. Everything you've experienced has you re-navigating the possibilities with a lot less, like Source is like, you used to believe that you needed others to get on board, and Source is saying, guess what? That is just dead weight, right? So Source is saying to me, navigate what it is that you're ready to experience. And if people want to join you on the train, they will. And if they don't, that's their problem. So Capricorn, it's time for you to buy the ticket. If somebody wants to join you on that journey, great. If they don't, they'll catch up at some point. But you're meant to navigate your world and your time to move into this next phase without waiting, without needing to convince others. Because you know what? At this point, you finally know that you don't have to do it with people joining you on the train. Either people are on the train and you've made it easy for them to know that it benefits them to join you. And at this point, Source is saying when they finally are ready to get on the train, there might be only VIP tickets and they no longer have VIP entry, if you know what I'm saying. So certain people in your life, Cappy, are going to miss out on the opportunity to be in your inner circle. But you're not meant to concern yourself about that, because Source is saying to me, those that are meant to join you on the journey will, and those that are not will have to earn their spot again. And maybe that is their karma. Maybe that is the story that is meant to unfold for them. Okay, so for those that are married, you need to know that you're going through a transition of reevaluation of who you currently are, which isn't the person that person married. And the person that you're with is also not the person that you married. You guys are going to be going through the portal of rediscovering each other. Okay. Now, for those that are not in a relationship, for those that are dating or maybe haven't met this person, you have someone that is going to come into your life to show you what the cup runneth over feels like, because you finally know what it feels like to give to yourself. So somebody's going to meet you there. So Source is saying to me, for those Cappies that have done the hard work to meet themselves in their shadow and their lack consciousness, you're walking into very fertile ground. Source is showing me someone that has been tilling the ground, getting it prepared, putting in all the nutrients that are necessary, and now you're going to be tested on whether or not you are willing to do the work to have the best harvest. And this is in regards to career, this is in regards to love, this is in regards to friendships. Source is telling me your inner circle is becoming different because you are different, and because you finally are ready to ask for what you want, and also give to the relationships that are of value in your life. You feel much more invested in feeling well connected to the people and to the life that you're creating, and it feels enriched and it feels alive. And Source says it's time for you to know that the people that you're attracting, the person that you are, has been earned by your attention and by what it is that you are finally ready to require in others. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be easy all the way around. I'm not saying that you're not going to have challenges, Capricorn, but what's in front of you is a life that you have literally created a tapestry of, and it is beautiful, and it tells me you will have no problem not giving time and energy to those things that don't feel in alignment for the future and the life that you're creating. All right, if you have someone that you would like to know about, Cappy, this is where you get to ask, what message would they like to tell you? What message, the person on my Cappy's mind, what would they like to tell you? That they are excited about the next chapter, that they're excited to be part of the vision that you have for yourself. One more card in regards to what else would this person tell you? They are, they're worried that, okay, so the person on your mind wants to be of value. They don't want to take from you. And there's an energy here of hoping that you understand that they envision, okay, so whoever it is that you're asking about may envision you as leaving them behind. And they want to know that they have a place on your table. And Source says, for the main message for my Cappies in this reading is make sure that you're aware of those that are in your life giving to you because they love you, and that deserves, reverence and acknowledgement. All right, let's find out what you're meant to align to for the next 28 days, my dear Cappies. This is what Source would like my Cappies to align to. Breath of the cosmos. My will is thy will. Micromanaging the universe will not align you to manifesting. All right, what's the additional message? It says, heareth, longing for home, homesick for the stars. So I'm getting that my Cappies are really creating community, and it's a different community. It's one based in shared ideas of a world that creates connection, creates expansiveness, and allows people to feel free in sharing what they see as consciousness. So the two other cards that you got are Jump In and the Seas of Mantaya, which is the consciousness of light. I feel as if my Cappies are moving into a place where they want to feel very connected to the feeling of fuck yes. And Source says you're meant to say yes to the things that make you excited and scared at the same time, because that is an energy of you being guided to expanding your consciousness and your friendships as well as your life. All right, my beautiful Cappies, if you would like to align to this message, make sure you like it. I'm Nety, I guide, and I appreciate you. I'll talk to you soon.